Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Edgar and remember, I'm trying to do my best with my English, okay? I start taking English classes just for this channel, okay? Because I want to improve my English. And I want to teach you guys how to fix this phone because for me, I'm fixing this phone for the last 10 years, so I have a lot of experience. I already have a channel in Spanish with more than 350,000 subscribers, and I also travel a lot of countries teaching this kind of repairs, okay? So this year I say, okay, I'm going to start teaching in English because I know something that I can share with you guys, okay? So this phone come to my shop. Someone already tried to fix this phone, okay? And you know what? They make a big mistake, and I'm going to give you this advice. When you guys are changing the back of these phones, please always remove the motherboard and remove the cameras, because sometimes if you don't have a laser machine, you are going to damage the board, or sometimes you are going to damage the cameras. Because you can check this phone, someone already removed the back, the glass of this phone, so they use these tools to break the glass in little parts, you know, and they don't remove the board and the cameras, so they are using heat gun and this tool, and they are just giving this kind of like punch to this phone, and sometimes you can damage these phones, okay? So please, if you are a technician that you had to replace this back glass, please always remove the motherboard, the cameras, to do this job and good, okay? So what's wrong with this phone? This phone come to my shop. I'm going to teach you the right way to fix iPhone with no service, because you have to understand when you have an iPhone that with no service, you can have a problem in two sections, okay? You can have a problem in the analogic part, or you can have a problem in the logic part, okay? That's two different approaches to fix these phones, okay? I'm going to show you the steps, okay? So I'm going to power on this phone just to show you what's wrong with this phone, okay? So I'm going to turn it on. So the phone is powered on right now. I'm going to show you something. Okay, so the first thing you have to understand when you have an iPhone with a service problem, or no signal or RF problem, right? You have two sections, okay? You have one section that we are going to call this section logic, and another section we're going to call this one analogic, okay? So this is two different parts of RF problems, okay? So the logic part, we need to have the baseband talk. This baseband had to talk with the CPU. So the logic part, we have our CPU, and then we have our baseband, okay? And the baseband need a PMU RF to send voltage to this baseband. Here in the middle, we are going to have the WTR. We are going to talk this one before, and the WTR, these circuits have two parts, one logic and one analogic. This is like something like a converter, okay? In English it's a little bit hard to me to explain this. So the WTR is the one is going to transfer the information, and the easy way to understand the transfer to the information from the antennas to all these analogic signal to transfer to the logic part, okay? So this is in the middle of the baseband and the analogic part, because remember the baseband is a CPU, okay? So we have the WTR that is going to are talking with the baseband. The baseband and the CPU, they had to talk, and they are going to use some lines that we are going to call PCAI, okay? The PCAI lines, and then we have EEPROM right here, and the baseband also needs some clocks, okay? Some clocks. In iPhone 12 series, we start to seeing one more circuits, the one control the clocks. This one is these circuits, we are going to call these circuits to PMK, BBPMK. This is the one control the clocks for the baseband, okay? So this is the logic part. To have a baseband talking with the CPU, we need voltage from the PMURF, we need the logic part good from the WTR, we need the EEPROM good, we need the PCI line good, and also this one need the clocks, okay? This is the logic part. So when you dial this to your phone, you are asking to the CPU, hey, which one is the EMI from this phone? And the CPU had to talk with the baseband, and the baseband had to send it back this serial number, okay? So when we have this problem and we don't have response, that's because sometimes the baseband is not talking, or the baseband has something bad, okay? So which problem you can have with the logic part? With the logic part, the first thing you had to do is this one, right? This one. If you have a problem with your logic part, sometimes. Also, you had to search for the firmware modem. The firmware modem, if you have the firmware modem with no information, that's because the baseband is sleeping, the baseband is not on, okay? Because sometimes you can have no serial number, but you can have this one, so that's another problem. Because if you see the information from the firmware modem, immediately you have a problem with the baseband and the logic part. And then you have the analogic part. The analogic part is the one, we have the WTR, we have some circuits that we are going to power amplifier. We are going to have the ET modulator, right? That's the one control the power for these circuits. And then we have the antennas. When we have a problem with the analogic part, that's because we have a phone with firmware of modem, but no signal or no service. Or sometimes we can have a signal with one company, but not with another company, right? So that's a problem sometimes with the analogic part. So to check this phone, I'm going to put the password, okay, 332598, okay? And the first thing that we notice on this phone is saying, right, no service. No service, and I don't have the SIM card, so that's the first indicate that we have some problem, right? And then if we dial this one, okay, we don't have response, so that means the baseband is not giving us the serial number. And then the last thing that we had to check is if we come to settings, okay, settings, and then we go to general, right, general, and then about. So we had to search for firmware modem. See, we don't have firmware modem. If we don't have serial number, if we don't have firmware modem, that's because our baseband is bad. Not bad, our baseband is off. So we have a problem on this phone and the logic part, okay? In the logic part, remember, we have these ones. We had to check voltage. We had to check our WTR. We had to check the PCI lines. We had to check our EEPROM, and we had to check clocks. Okay? And the first advice that I always give to my students is, please, when you have a phone like this, that no one already separate the boards, please don't separate the board. You can just start using the test point from here to start checking and have a better understanding before you separate the boards, because you can check everything before you check the before you separate the boards. The first thing is I'm going to check if we have a voltage, right? A voltage where? Remember that we need these circuits. This is the PMU circuits, right? The PMU RF, and this circuit is the one control our voltage. So we have we have the LDOs, and also we have these ones, okay? So the easy way to check this, I always check for the coils, okay? So for example, I always say, okay, this is the PMU RF, and I just click this one. See, we have SW, that's the side of this coil is going to start switching, and here we have the voltage. So in this coil we had to have this voltage 0 V75, and also we are going to have a test point right here, okay, a test point. And then we can do the same thing in every coil. I'm just going to check first for leak or for a short circuit on this test point. So I already had this board, and I had the test point. So here's one, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one, and here's another one. Okay, so we had to start checking for shorts. Okay, so I'm going to put my multimeter in diode mode, and I'm going to start checking this. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to check, for example, this one. See, this one, we don't have any problem right here. Edgar, how I know if this line is good or not? You always can have another board. For example, I have another one here for parts, and I'm going to start like checking with the another board, right? Okay, so I'm going to check this one, for example. See, we have almost short, but remember, when you have a reading like that, you have to get another board, and I'm going to check with this board, and see, this line is a low resistor line, so that's why we have almost 0 right there. Okay, so I have another test point right here. See, this one is good, and I have another test point right here. This one is good, and the last test point is this one. Okay, with this one, see, this one is low. I'm going to check with the another board. Okay, so this one, see, this one is the good one, and see, we have a reading over there, 300 something, right? And if I come back to my board, I'm seeing that I have short in this line, and just because I have short in that line, that's why my PMU is going to be off. If I have a short circuit on one exit of the PMU, so my PMU is going to never going on. If the PMU don't send the voltage to the baseband, so the baseband is never going to power on, right? So right now we just have a problem in this line. In this line, see, we can have a problem in these circuits, because remember, this one, someone removed the backlash with these tools, making so much pressure, right? So maybe they damaged these circuits, or maybe we have a short in these capacitors, or maybe they broke the PMU. But to have a protocol that is step by step in radio frequency is the failure that all the technicians make alarm mistakes. Because if someone remove this and start like, oh, I'm going to check if it's just unit, right? Or I'm going to separate the baseband and then put it back. Never do this. Leave the comments, because I'm planning to, maybe later I'm going to give you a free course for radio frequency, okay? Because I know for sure that radio frequency and iPhone is the failure that all technicians make alarm mistake, and for me it's easy to repair. You only have to understand in a big picture how the radio frequency works, and then have a step by step. If you have a step by step voltage, PCI lines, clocks, and some another lines, so you don't going to make any mistake. Okay, so in this phone we had to separate the boards, and then we are going to start seeing if the problem is the PMU, some capacitor, or some circuits. Okay, so I'm going to separate this board. Okay, so I have this phone already, so I don't know if my preheater is giving me problem because take like 4 minutes to remove. I'm going to start checking this board, the A board, okay, just to see if we make some. Okay, so see this. This is the one I already told you before, right? When you guys don't remove the board from these phones, you can damage this kind of circuit. See, this circuit is the one control the wireless charging and it's broken just because someone make a lot of pressure. I'm not sure why I don't have any consumption, any short and initial consumption, but this phone have this circuit's bad. Okay, this circuit is damaged, and now I'm going to start checking here. And see, this is the problem right here. See, this one is broken. See, you can see these lines right here, and we have this line. We can check this line right now, and see, we are going to have the short here because our PMU is broken. Okay, and that's why we have a short circuits there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is remove the PMU, and then I'm going to put another one, and also I had to replace this component, and then I'm just going to clean all the interposer, and I'm going to use my my tool, the Canly one, to put the boards together, and we are going to see if we have this phone with the firmware modem. Okay, so I don't know in English how you guys say manos a la obra. Okay guys, so I already put the circuits back. I already cleaned the interposer too. And if we come back here, okay, if we come back here, I'm going to come back here. Remember that we have a short in this line. I'm using a PMU from iPhone 12 or 12 Pro because this one don't come with the black thing. And see, we don't have any short. This is the line that we had the short, right? See, this one. And we don't have any short. Remember, I already cleaned all the interposer because it's good if we are going to test it with the eye socket, okay? So I'm going to put the B board, and then I'm going to bring this one back, and I'm going to put this one back, okay? This one. Now this one. You can't repair iPhones with no service without this tool, okay, with the eye socket. Remember, I'm going to leave all the tools that I'm using on this repair, just if you wanna get it, okay. I'm going to connect the screen right here, and I'm going to connect this one, and I'm going to power on this phone, okay. Okay, the phone is going on. And we are going to check this phone. I have remember I already cleaned the interposer, so I put it back the PMU RF, the circuit from the wireless charging, and I cleaned the interposer, okay? Okay, we have this phone right here. I'm going to put the 3388. And the first thing that we are going to check is, see, we have no SIM. This is a good indication. And see, we have now the firmware modem. If we have the firmware modem, that's because our baseband is talking. Okay, our baseband is there. Our baseband is talking with the CPU. Now the last thing that we had to check is we had to dial this one, and we had this phone working again, okay? Now I just had to do the reballing from the interposer. I already have this phone working. I just had to do the reball and put it back, okay? I did a video how to do the reball on this channel. Just check it out. and we have this phone working. And that's it. Remember, if you are going to remove the back glass on iPhone, please just disable all the phone. Take it out the motherboard, the cameras, and everything, because you don't want to damage something like this phone. I don't want to happen this to you, okay? Because sometimes this phone had lucky, because sometimes they damage the baseband and we don't have anything to do anymore with the phones. So be careful when you are doing back glass. Don't forget to please leave your comment if you learned something in this video. And remember, if we get to maybe later, I'm going to try to do a free class for radio frequency, because I know for sure this is a failure, that something needs to make a large mistake, and I'm going to teach you the right way to fix it, okay? But first, share this video, leave your comment, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.